kidneys are filters. So if you're going to filter a thing, if you're going to filter blood, you got to send a lot of blood to the filter. So the kidneys get a very large amount of blood for their size. 20% of the cardiac output, 1/5 of the cardiac output goes to the kidney. Now, most of that large blood flow is to provide glomerular filtration, okay, because that's our getting rid of waste products. But the kidney is very oxygen hungry. The kidney actually uses more oxygen per gram than the brain does, surprisingly. And that is because, unlike the brain, if you think about the brain, all of the brain is never on at once, right? But the kidneys are all on all the time. And the kidneys are constantly moving sodium around. And sodium movement requires ATP. So most of the oxygen consumed by the kidneys is actually the result of the sodium-potassium pumps that are very, very, very busy in the nephron loop and the convoluted tubules. And we can see that actually in sodium reabsorption, that as sodium reabsorption increases, that's the x-axis, oxygen consumption also increases in a linear fashion, right? So in other words, and this is kind of an interesting idea, but it is true, the less sodium there is in your diet, okay, the more sodium you're going to hold on to, right? The more sodium you're going to reabsorb. So it means that the less sodium there is in your diet, the more oxygen you're spending moving sodium back in from your urine, right? So oxygen consumption increases as sodium reabsorption increases. So like in dehydration, right, we do a lot of sodium reabsorption because we don't want to lose any water, right? So if we're dehydrated, our kidneys' oxygen consumption increases because the kidneys are holding on to sodium more vigorously. So just an interesting characteristic.